What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. Anytime is always appreciated because you can be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. And it's another wild one. It's about a man who confesses to killing his wife. It's a little older, but it's still a good example, man, of mental health, physical health, and spiritual health. Also, decision making, man. So let's get to it.
Also learning new details in a Durrell death investigation. A man is in jail after police say he confessed to killing his wife. According to our news partners at the Miami Herald, Miami-Dade police arrested and charged 46-year-old Luis Romero Moran with first-degree murder. The Herald reports that police say Romero Moran followed his wife to the Durrell home where she worked as a housekeeper on the 10,000 block of Northwest 72nd Street and killed her. Another person arrived at the home around 9 Monday morning and found the woman's body. Miami-Dade police are investigating the case.
All right, man. Like I said, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, man. And you know, like when you're married and you make a commitment to be with that person through the ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, for better or worse, sickness and health and all of that. Sometimes it doesn't work out, man. And that's when you have to look at yourself, man. Like, and ask yourself, what are you doing, though, too? Because it seems like he was putting way too much time and energy into his wife, man. And instead of focusing on himself and doing what he needed to do to build the family up, man. I don't know if he had kids or whatever, any of that, but leave a legacy and things of that nature, man. But when you're not in your right mind, sometimes, well, all the time, man, you're gonna make irrational decisions, man. You're gonna be out of character, out of your body, and then after you realize what you've done, man, it's gonna be too late, and that's what happened with him.
Also learning new details in a Durrell death investigation. A man is in jail after police say he confessed to killing his wife. According to our news partners at the Miami Herald, Miami-Dade police arrested and charged 46-year-old Luis Romero Moran with first-degree murder.
Man, confess to killing your wife because you weren't thinking right, and then 46 years old. That's it's never too old to start over, figure out what you want to do, man, with your life, and you know, being able to walk away from a situation instead of making it worse is better than going to jail for the rest of your life, man. And usually people live to around what, like 80, 90 years old, something like that. If you're healthy, you take care of yourself, man. So all that time that you could have been doing a number of other things, man. Like, you would have been retired by then, all of that. If you had kids, your kids would have been grown, everything, man. So just getting satisfaction for the here and now, bro. And then it's messed up that, what I'm saying, unaliving your wife is like, you think that's gonna make you feel better or take care of the problems that you have, man. And it's really not, bro. It's only gonna make things worse. I mean, it's not gonna change anything between you guys in a relationship because it's not like she can come back, bro. It's definitely not a game. Nobody's gonna respawn or anything like that, bro. It's over with. And he confessed to it. A lot of these reviews, man, some people run, some people in the lie they sell, some people in the live a lot of other people, bro. But to just do that and in that way, like following her to her job, bro, instead of going to look for a job or something, or going to your job if you had a job. Because if you did have a job, that means you called off work and all that to go commit a crime instead of focusing on your paper, focusing on yourself, helping build. Because she went to work to go get some money. You should have been doing the same thing, man. And then it was at somebody else's house, so she was a housekeeper. So of course somebody else was gonna notice, man. It's not your neighborhood. You probably haven't been over there before, nothing like that, unless you dropped her off before. But just to even think that you even have a chance of getting away with something like that, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro.
The Herald reports that police say Romero Moran followed his wife to the Doral home where she worked as a housekeeper on the 10,000 block of Northwest 72nd Street and killed her.
Again, following somebody, man, that's stalking too. You know what I'm saying? So you stalked her, and then all that time, so you was following her to her job, waited for her to get in the house, and then you pop up and then you unalive her, bro. You had all that time to think about what you was doing, man. So it really sounds like it's kind of premeditated, though. You know what I'm saying? You had all the time in the world to think about something different. Why not just think about leaving her, bro? If it's that serious, you know what I'm saying? You feel like, because the relationship is over when you unalive her anyway. So before you do that, just leave her. That's the most simple thing to do. And a lot of dudes, you know, they had trouble with that because, like I said, they be putting too much time and energy into their woman, bro. They be in their feelings, you know what I'm saying? And some of them don't want anybody else to have their wife, or, you know, can't imagine them with anybody else. But is it really worth you going to jail and traumatizing everybody? Like, if her parents are still alive, you know, her side of the family, things like that, and then your side of the family, your parents, everything, man. You know, it just gives you guys, it gives you a bad name, man. And everybody's always gonna look at you like that for the rest of your life now. No matter how much time passes, when they see you, that's gonna be the first thought that comes to their mind. Even if they don't say anything about it, like if you ever get out, that, you know, people are still gonna know that, man. That's gonna be the whispers and the chatter, bro, behind your back. Is what you did to your first wife. If you ever get another wife, you know, explaining something like that, and her even trusting you now, you know what I'm saying? It's just doing too much, making your life harder than it needs to be, man.
Another person arrived at the home around 9 Monday morning and found the woman's body. Miami-Dade police are investigating the case.
And then, like they said, somebody else found a body, bro. And even if they wouldn't have found it, the people who she worked for, they would have found it when they came home. It's not like they weren't ever gonna come back to the house, bro. So when the best thing that you could do for yourself is confess to killing your wife, man, that's messed up, bro. Because really the best thing you could have did for yourself was just walk away from that situation, man. And found something better for you to do, man. Worked on yourself until the point where, you probably could have came back or something, or found a new woman, started a new chapter of your life, man, in a positive way, instead of sitting behind bars for God knows how long, man. But anyways, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content. And your time is always appreciated, because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. Until next time, I'm out.